Basically, the lake is bass crowded. There are more mouths to feed in here, both catfish and bass, than there is available food of the proper size. Most of the bluegill we saw are too large for the size of the bass that are in here, and therefore the lake is classified as bass crowded. It doesn't mean there's a tremendous number of bass in the lake. It just means that there's no food for the bass that are in here to speak of. Your larger bass have no trouble finding a meal because they can eat small bass and they can eat the larger bluegills. It's the smaller bass that are having difficulties. A bluegill crowded lake would have nothing but 2 to 5 inch bluegills that are stunted and have bug eyes, and you would not see any adults bluegill in the lake because of the high competition with the bluegills, and this lake has got a lot of really nice big adult bluegills in it. So it is a typical bass crowded lake. My recommendations are going to be to harvest every bass that you catch 12 inches and less. Even if it's too small to eat, I recommend them being pulled out of the lake. That will take some of the pressure off of the bluegill fry and fingerlings so that more of them survive. In other words, it's like managing for deer. You have to harvest so many does so that the rest of the deer herd has enough to eat, and it's the same way. These little bass are the same as your does. They need to be harvested so that the bass that remain will have more food. I'm going to recommend liming the lake this coming winter or early next spring, and then starting a fertilization program. There's numerous benefits to that. Increased poundage of fish the lake will support, which we can then manipulate into the right percentages of forage and predators. I'm also going to recommend stocking crawfish in the lake this spring, if possible, to try to get some of the bass that are borderline 12, 13, 14 inches up into the next size class. Once the bass get big enough, then they don't have near the problem finding enough to eat of the right size, because they can eat small bass and they can eat the bigger bluegills. These guys are another predator that I recommend taking out. We are seeing some different sizes of them, so they are spawning and reproducing. You'll probably always have some catfish in the lake, short of draining it and poisoning it. So being that they do compete with your bluegill and your bass, I would recommend harvesting every one of those that you can. That's pretty much our findings of the lake and our recommendations in a nutshell. We'll provide a very detailed written report in the next few weeks detailing all this that I just laid out.